children, I have to cut the video into parts, so I'm so sorry for the distraction. So I was talking about Mr. Louis Braille, and he was the one when he was 3 years old, and he got hurt in his eye, and which caused him which was the cause of his blindness. And but you would be surprised to know that he too was educated. He completed his education, and he not only he himself became educated, but he thought for those people like him, those who were blind, that how are they going to study. Because see, normally this is a book for us, it's very easy for us to read, but then the blind people, those who cannot see, for them this is not they cannot read this. Okay, so what he did was that he made a special kind of alphabets which is named after him. It's called Braille. And this one that you can see, this is the modern one. Okay, and the alphabets over there are raised little bit higher, so that they can read it, they can touch by their fingers and make out the alphabet. So they are taught in that way. So it is Mr. Braille who has contributed in this way, and it's a great contribution. So just think that even though he was blind, he did this for the blind, which still now and all forever we're going to use what he has done. Now, isn't that amazing? So all the people, the personalities in this on this page are great people, outstanding people. They have contributed a lot towards our society, and that's why they are here. Of course, I've not told you about Mr. John and Mr. Mariappan, and I would like you to find out about them. Okay. And so this book, as since we have done all these things, these people, in spite of what does this page tries to tell us is that in spite of their all of them their some sort of disabilities, some sort of problems, and if I say it is some sort of problems, then I would tell less. Actually, big problems, right? Being blind, deaf, and paralyzed, all these kind of problems are big problems. But these great people, they have made their problems small, and the work that they did were really great, and really so nice to know about them, right? Yes. And I wish we could also do something like this, right? Okay, now this chapter that we are going to read, we are going to understand, is very interesting. Okay, it's not funny, but it's actually very interesting. Now children, we all do exercise in our school. Yes, some sort of exercises like playing, running, then you do what is that, karate, and all sorts of exercises are there in our school. But in this school also they had exercises, but the exercise that this school did was a completely different one, which we even can't imagine. Okay, that kind of exercises. Okay, for example, you just we'll just go through now. The principal, first of all, I would like to tell you about the principal. She is Miss Beam. Okay, and you can see her standing over here. She is Miss Beam, and he is the person who is telling us this story. Okay, and he is the one who is visiting this story, and then he is reporting the things that he had seen happening in the school. Okay, now children, wow, I wish we also had such kind of practices that they had. You know what Miss Beam did? Okay, before that, all our parents, right, all our and in our school, all the teachers and everybody teaches us good things. Yes, like moral values. Moral values means good things. Okay, now what are those moral values? Like they teach us to tell the truth. They teach us to to help each other, to share things with each other, right? To help when they are in need, and so all these things, right? The parents teach us, and the teachers also teach us, right? But in this school, Miss Beam, she is not only trying to teach, but she is making the children do these things. And that's why this story is different and interesting. Okay, now this all her students, she makes all the students practice to be blind, to be one day, to be not every day, okay, one day some students are selected to be blind, the next day they are selected to be deaf, the next day they are selected to be dumb, and the next day they are selected to be lame. Now blind means, we know, we can when we cannot see, we say we are blind. Deaf means when you cannot hear, a person who cannot hear is deaf. Dumb is a person cannot speak. And lame when you cannot walk properly. So now, isn't that funny exercise? You know, a school telling you that today you are going to have to be blind. Today you are going to, whole day you are going to be a lame. Now, one thing I want to make you clear, I think this is not just a school, but this is also a kind of hostel, because the students live over here. Okay, so it shows that this is a hostel come school. Now, and now this man, as you can see, and he is the writer, of course, the writer of the story.